used to believe that anybody could massage. And although that's partially correct, right? Because massage comes up in many different places around the world, in Asia, in India, everywhere. It's come up everywhere. It's actually something that I feel the body does reflexively. When we get injured, we want to naturally massage it. I believe it's embedded within us. So yes, anybody can technically massage, but I don't think just anyone can do it properly. So I'm going to share with you a piece of advice that you have to consider if you are self-massaging or if you're going to be doing it as part of your self-care routine. There is this macho complex that comes up when people come in for therapy for the first time. They see me, I weigh about 195 pounds. They see me and they think, yeah, give me all the pressure you can give me. I can take it. I've done this in the past. And it turns into a competition where they want to take more pressure because they believe, and they come in with this idea that more is better. More pressure equals a better sense of relief. Now, here's the advice I'm going to give you guys, and you have to consider this with a grain of salt because I'm not naive. I know you guys aren't professional RMTs. You're not professional therapists. You don't have to take it to this extreme, but my 10 years of clinical experience tells me that this matters. Now, more is not better, and let me tell you why. There is a grid, a spectrum, okay? Where if this is your spectrum, this is very little pressure, and this is a lot of pressure, okay? If you're applying a little bit of pressure, right? So you're from here to here, this is where we call them Swedish techniques. We call them relaxation massages because they flush the body, okay? But you can only achieve so much within here to here, within the spectrum, okay? Now, where most people want to operate is if this is a full spectrum, they want to be over here. They want to take a 12 out of 10 pressure. They want to go to the point where they're yelling, they're crying, they're shaking on the table. And that's not good because your body comfortably can only tolerate, let's say 0 to 10. It can probably only tolerate about a 6 or a 7 comfortably. And this is where the art of massage comes in. And this is where it gets really cool. In my opinion, the name of the game when it comes to massage therapy, self-care, or in the clinic, the name of the game is to apply as much pressure as possible that the body can tolerate. And what does that mean? Apply as much pressure as possible as the body can tolerate. I think massage isn't always a relaxing, pleasurable thing. It can be relieving, but if you're applying so much pressure that you go beyond the body's ability to not flex and fight back, what ends up happening, what ends up happening is that you trigger the body's reflexes. And what the reflexes are, is it's gonna protect itself, right? If you compare this to getting hit in your thigh and you get a Charlie horse, if you guys are old enough to remember what a Charlie horse is, you get punched in your thigh and then the muscles start fluttering and shaking. The body's reflexively trying to protect itself in spasm. So when you're applying so much pressure, right? Remember, 0 to 10, you want to stay around the 6 or a 7. If you're pushing it to an 8, a 9, the body's starting to do this. And at that point, from an 8, 9, 10, I don't think you're achieving anything besides just beating up your body. You're going to be ridiculously sore the next day, and it's totally not worth it. So I think this is what you would call the law of diminishing return. It doesn't make sense to operate within this window, but it doesn't make sense if you're trying to relieve. I got to be careful how I say this. A relaxation massage is good, but you can only achieve so much there. The sweet spot is if you can start challenging the body with a 5, 6, 7, you start tapping into the therapeutic pain, you start tapping into that experience, and you'll see that the body wants to let go. So my bit of advice for you is to apply as much pressure as possible that the body is still able to comfortably let go and allow you to penetrate into the muscle to create a response.